பஞ்சு முறுக்கு மந்த்ரா கடலை எண்ணெயில நானே பண்ணுது. ஒரு சேலஞ்ச், உங்களால இந்த மாதிரி முறுக்கு செய்ய முடியுமா? மந்த்ரா கடலை எண்ணெயில முறுக்கு செஞ்சு பாருங்க. ஓகே?
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to speak on this important discussion, which is very close to my heart and my profession. I am a woman and I a person belonging to the oppressed class and had the chance to become empowered because of my state, Tamil Nadu, and my leader, Muttamalaringer Dr. Kalaignar. It was because of the policies of the Dravidian ideology that paved the way for me to become a doctor and now as a people's representative in this August House. I thank my leader Thalapathy M.K. Stalin, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, for giving me this opportunity to represent the people of Tenkasi constituency in this August House. Before coming to the demands for grants, I would like to talk about a girl who hailed from a poor family and a oppressed class in a remote area of Tamil Nadu, wanted to become a doctor to serve the people. And she had proved herself beyond anything by securing 1,176 marks out of 1,200 in her 12th class. But her dream of becoming a doctor was shattered when the union government imposed NEET and she committed suicide. The country has lost a budding doctor. 16 students lost their lives because of the NEET in Tamil Nadu. The most recent one is very pathetic, that involving a father and son together committing suicide. Most of the NEET aspirants could not afford the enormous fee collected by the coaching centers. How will a student from a poor and rural areas be able to afford more than 4 lakhs rupees for NEET coaching per year? In addition to that, there are no words to describe the harassment faced by the students while writing the NEET examination. While on one side, the students are being harassed in the name of checking to remove their jewels and to follow a dress code, there are widespread mismanagement in terms of leaked question papers and other malpractices that are emerging recently. Even in the PG NEET examination, centers have not been provided in Tamil Nadu and students are forced to travel to other states to write the examination, creating extreme hardships to students' community. As per the A.K. Rajan committee report, the percentage of rural students gaining admission in government medical colleges has decreased from 65.17 to 49.91% after the introduction of NEET in Tamil Nadu. This clearly shows that the NEET is anti-poor and discriminatory against the rural poor students who do not have the means to undergo rigorous coaching. The Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly, under the able leadership of our leader, has passed a law to exempt Tamil Nadu from NEET, but the union government has kept it pending by not sending it for the assent of the President of the India. So I urge the union government, through you, madam, to remove the NEET examination for the whole of India and let the state government decide the admission process for the medical education courses. Now coming back to the Health Ministry's demand for grant. Madam, usually the finance minister quotes some Tamil literary word while starting her speech. This time on behalf of her, I would like to quote a simple proverb before the house. Noetra valve kuraivetra selvam, which means health is wealth. But here in this budget, we don't find any schemes for improving health as well as fund for improving the wealth of this country. The COVID-19 pandemic has shown the cracks in India's health system and highlighted the need for increased public investment in healthcare. The budget does not focus on healthcare as another pillar of Vikshit Bharat, nor does it allocate more than 2.5% of GDP. While the states have risen of the challenge, despite financial constraints, the union government has done little. In India, public health system spending for financial year 2024 stands approximately 2.1 to 2.2% of GDP. In every meeting, our Honorable Prime Minister uses the word Vikshit Bharat. But countries which attain development like USA allocated 17.9 of GDP, China 6.6 of GDP, Brazil 9.2% of GDP to public health care. Now coming to the insurance scheme, allocation for PM Ayushman Bharat Health Infrastructure Mission saw a dip from 4,200 crore last year to 2,100 crore. Our leader, Dr. Kalaignar, brought the insurance scheme in Tamil Nadu in 2009, much before the union government insurance scheme. In Tamil Nadu, today around 1.3 crore families are covered under CMCHIS. The recent report by the Controller and Auditor General regarding the
Abuse speech,
Ayushman Bharat scheme
It's a
presented
maiden
in
speech.
Parliament reveals that
Maiden
7,50,000 beneficiaries were associated with an invalid mobile number, especially 99999999 and 99. Moreover, the CAG identified 4,761 registration that we were linked to only seven other numbers indicating potential irregularities defining of funds. The union government must take necessary steps and find out the amount of money siphoned off from the insurance scheme. Now coming to AIMS, the allocation for the PM Swasthya Suraksha Yojana, which supports the setting up of new AIMS and upgradation of district hospitals, scheme reduced from 3,365 crore last year to 2,200 crore this year. The union government delayed the initiation of construction work in AIMS Madurai, citing multiple reasons like funding issues with JICA. While 14 other new AIMS in other states are being funded by the union government and most of them were completed earlier, why Tamil Nadu AIMS is delayed this much?
Yes.
And after raising the issue multiple times only, the union government has started the construction works this year, almost 5 later. I ask the union government to secure the necessary funding at the earliest and complete the building soon. The union government, instead of supporting good performing states like Tamil Nadu, has been bringing provisions to penalize us. Last year, the National Medical Commission has issued a notification stating that medical colleges shall follow the ratio of 100 medical seats per 10 lakh population. This arbitrary one-size-fits-all notifications literally barred Tamil Nadu from adding any more medical seats, as our state has almost 10,000 medical seats. After the pushback from the southern states, only the NMC postponed the implementation of the guideline to 2025 to 26. Madam, the NMC issued a notice withdrawing the recognition of 3 medical colleges in Tamil Nadu, including a reputed medical institution like Stanley Medical Colleges, CT reasons like minor deficiency in CCTV and biometric attendance system. And after much opposition of the NMC, withdrew the notice later. The union government's attitude towards non-BJP ruled states is nothing but arm twisting and big brotherly attitude. You are trying to make the states as municipalities and subservient to the union government. This is
1 minute, complete.
there is a rise in sudden deaths in the post-COVID period. The government has not set up any dedicated research for finding the reasons for such sudden abnormal deaths post-COVID. This will show light on the reasons for such deaths. I ask the union government to take necessary steps to increase and encourage the medical research, which will benefit the common public. Achievements of Tamil Nadu. Now, Tamil Nadu's achievement in reducing MMR and IMR are second to none, and Tamil Nadu is among top 3 states in various health indicators, thanks to the robust healthcare system. Recently, implementation of the schemes like Innuir Kaapom, Nammai Kaakum 48, Makkalai Thedi Maruthuvam, CM Insurance Scheme has not only improved the poor people's access to the healthcare, but also made quality care affordable. As per one reply given by the government in Lok Sabha, Tamil Nadu has about 1,422 rural PHCs, which is one of the highest in the country, and 92.5% of them are functioning 24/7, providing round-the-clock healthcare facilities in the rural areas.
Please
Our
complete
leader-
करिए, माननीय सर,
Our leader,
complete करिए.
Muttamalaranga Dr. Kalaignar, has announced
1 minute.
in 2011 to set up one government medical college in every district of Tamil Nadu. As of now, Tamil Nadu has 37 government medical colleges, and Tamil Nadu government is setting up 6 new medical colleges, including one in my Tenkasi constituency. Tamil Nadu has built a robust medical infrastructure with many government medical colleges, encouraging even people from humble background to pursue medical education. I urge the union government to increase the budgetary allocation of the health and family welfare more than 2.5% of GDP, and also support the performing states like Tamil Nadu by timely allocation of union government funds. தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்கள் சார்பாக எய்ம்ஸ் மருத்துவமனை விரைந்து முடித்திடவும், நீட் தேர்வுக்கு விலக்களித்திடவும், மருத்துவமனை உள்கட்டமைப்பை தரம் உயர்த்திட தேவையான நிதியை விரைந்து வழங்குமாறும் கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம். I finally conclude my speech by saying that let the NDA government follow the footsteps of our great Dravidian model chief minister who works for all those who voted and also for those who have not voted us. Thank you. Tamil well.
Dhanyavad, madam.